Today I'm working on the truck. I wanted to kind of give you an update. Those are all fixed. The jam inside there is all fixed now. I started taking all the trim and stuff off the truck again because I'm going to start doing more hammer and dolly, body work and stuff. But before I did do that, I wanted to make sure I got this rear bumper on here the way I wanted it. It still needs a little work as of right this second, but I started making the brackets here, these brackets. Now this is 1/4 inch steel, just like the front bracket is. This is just the way I decided to do it, kind of give it the original style, coming through a pan, but you can see back here how it's wound in. How I did that, it's right here is what I'm making right now, 1/4 inch steel. I just put it here in my vise, and I take my torch and I heat it up in all the spots I want to bend. So if you look at this, it's not exactly round. I'm going to finish doing some hammering on the anvil to kind of help that out. And then is what you do is you'll take it like this one here and you just kind of cut the edge a little bit on that metal, and it'll give you that round look like that, even though it's not exactly perfect, but it's pretty good. And then you can grind it off, you know, on the back side, front side, kind of grind off the little bit of material. There's another one over here that I did, you know. So, but this one here that I did this on both sides. This was really just to kind of get the bumper lined up where I wanted it. Wasn't sure what I wanted to do with brackets yet, but this is what I'm going to start with. And this will be the bracket. So this is going to come in here like that. I kind of got a line already. I put a line in there where I'm going to cut this off, and then I have a line here where I'm going to cut it off. It's going to come up to this because this has a nice slot in it right now. So I'm going to try to use that slot to my advantage. I did that a while ago, and then that'll weld that in there. And then there's a little wave in this bumper. You can see here. I'm going to take that on the anvil. I'm going to pound that out. I'm going to kind of sand this down a little bit, kind of get the idea of it. And then the bumper is all going to come off. So the bumper will all come off. All this will come off. This will get ready for a powder coat. This is going to get ready for chroming. And I'm going to do the body work, sand all this down. And of course, before I take that off, I'll take all this off. Before I take that off, I am going to continue on my taillights brackets. So I'm going to refine this to make it look the way I want it to look. This is just kind of the start. It'll be a lot of welding, a lot of grinding, but this is what it is. And that's where I'm going to lead into on this video. So there we go. So I got the bumper brackets done. These two here, these two there. Like I said, I got to straighten out the bumper yet, which I'm going to pull everything apart now anyway. And then I'm going to put slots. I didn't put slots inside where these bolt to. I got slots on this end, but not here, so I got to put slots here. That way I can adjust this in and out. This might be about, I don't know, maybe not quite a 1/4 inch off from side to side, so it gives me a little more flexibility when I get it all together and how I'm really going to measure that in. So that is the bumper to this point. Took the bumper off, so you can see, and now I'm working on where the taillights mount. You know, I had a bracket there that I was working on. I wanted to make it look more original than just a tube, and I had to support the inner curve because it vibrated. You can see that on some of my other ones. So here's what I ended up doing. Here's the original on the left side, And then here's the one I made for the right side. So these should be mirror imaged, you know, like that. But you can see that I made it thicker here, turned it down to here. This is the tube that I used, and the reason I used the tube is I will show you. You know, there's a hole down here. That'll be where the wires come through. There'll be a small hole up here, rubber grommet. Wires can come down through here and pop out right here. How did I do this? I will show you. It's a lot of work because I don't have maybe some other equipment, I don't know, but I did what I could do, and I'll show you how I did it. Over here, I got one in process. This is the left side. I weld a bar on here, and then I'll put another bar on here. Same with underneath. Weld that all together. Now they're all different sizes. This is 1/2 inch. I have 1/4 inch, 5/16, 1/8 inch if I need it. And then I just weld it up and grind it. It's a lot of work. It takes several hours to do one, but that's, you can see that's kind of what I'm after, because that was the original one that came on this truck. You can see here I have this one. I do have the hole because I tested it. I put a small hole in here. I have a little rubber grommet that the wires go through, and they pop out right down there. So now I'm going to continue working on this one to try to hopefully make it look very similar to that one. And then that should be about it. I'll test fit them, make sure they're right. With all the heat that I'm putting into the weld, this could distort a little bit, so it's possible that I might have to heat something up and bend it a little bit. But that'd probably only be a little bit if that's the case. Because I like I say, I do put heat into this. You can see the heat marks here from before. So, all right, there you go. I'm progressing on the tail light brackets, and here they are. As you can see, these are the two I made. This is the original one, and the original one, as you can also tell, like I've explained in the past, is fat here and it tapers. Now I got mine so they're fat and they taper. The reason I didn't use this one is I suppose I actually could have, but see how there's damage up here. And the other thing is the license plate wasn't in exactly where I wanted it. I wanted it moved up just a little bit. So I made those adjustments on these prockets here. So now I can put these brackets on, test fit them, and see what they look like. Eventually I'll put the tail lights on, and if I need to twist them, heat them and twist them a little bit, I will, because I put a lot of heat into this when I welded them. Because I built up a lot of weld here to get this like this. But anyway, that is it. I will put them on just to show that they're both on the vehicle, and then that'll probably be the end of the video. They're on the truck now, just hand tight. You can see that's how they kind of come out. Over here, that's pretty much where they should be. Like I say, I still may have to tweak them just a little bit because of the heat that I put in here. You can see that I have a notch in my roll pan, both sides. So we're gonna work on this probably next. I wanted to get all this stuff buttoned up first. And then I think we'll move on to the roll pan. Maybe these, I'm not sure about the fenders yet, but we're gonna get the roll pan finish welded and primed up. That'll be a different video, but there they are.